Qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
All right, Manny Pacquiao. I don't mind fighting Terence Crawford or Errol Spence. Floyd Mayweather is scared of me. So Manny Pacquiao did interview Les Pugmire. He doing his own little thing, his little Paulo interview, section on Fight Hype. Shout out to Fight Hype Ben and them. Lance is one of the good guys in boxing. Real solid. So yeah, damn, gas be going fast, don't it? But Manny Pacquiao was on there, said he open for business. He got an exhibition versus the dude, the YouTuber DK. I forget his name. I looked at his channel too. He got, he do a lot of shorts, and there, a lot of them are self-defense shorts. And actually pretty good too. Where it ain't no language barrier. You know exactly, what he doing and all that type of stuff. So, so he fighting on Fight TV this weekend. I don't know the ticket. I didn't plan on watching, but he said he will be gunning for the knockout. But he said that Floyd Mayweather too scared to rematch him. He said Floyd Mayweather too scared to rematch him. He said he don't want an expedition, he want a real fight. But he said he here for Terence Crawford or Spence. He said he don't know the reason why the fight, didn't come off. And but he here to fight either one of them. And after we seen versus Ugas, some people can say, well, this is probably his first time fighting the Cuban boxing style. It was a short notice. He said he been out the ring. He been retired for about a year right now. Yes, just over a year. But he said he willing to get in the ring, and like I said, he need money, or is it just the point that he addicted to boxing like Floyd Mayweather? Who knows? BOK Prime. Hearing that the event is, you hear things. A lot of people is looking like that's all they're gonna do for the press conference, and then when you don't have any experience in something. Even if they are consulting with a professional fighter, if you don't have no person that you consulting with that's done it before, somebody like Richard Schaefer, they should probably team up with Richard Schaefer. And but every time they keep doing these events, it'll get better and better and better and better. So you gotta understand, it's a lot that go into a boxing event. When you talk about everything, fighters need a spread. The media, I don't see they did a media talk table this week. As far as marketing, the marketing is at a minimum. When you get into boxing, dude, the number one thing that you have to do is you have to find a way to market today. You can put $1 billion into marketing and still nobody give a hell about your event or care about your event on Saturday. It's about marketing the right way, and there's no right way to market in boxing. You hear Eddie Hearn throw Bob Arum under the bus and say, well, Bob has no ambition. Like, dude, you running from country to country. If you really was doing your thing, you wouldn't have to go to Australia, Italy, Romaine, Antarctica, fucking, you'll be right in America banging it out. It's like, that's business. If you got a truck, you got a food truck, and this spot hot every Saturday, you make a killing every Saturday, every day you make killing at the same spot, where you gonna be at? More than likely, if you gonna need a restaurant, where you gonna be at? Right at that spot. And it's the most lucrative spot. Eddie Hearn don't have the motherfucking answers neither. Eddie Hearn don't have the combination to the safe to pop the American market either. Nobody care about what he got going on to the zone. Nobody has the marketing tools to pop the lock or pop the safe on boxer right now. That's the truth. Nobody has the marketing tools. Nobody knows how to market. Not too long ago, PBC was running radio ads on CBS. They run a couple YouTube ads here and there, but dude, you have to go get to the youth. You have to go to the schools and introduce boxing, interview. I'm giving free games to these dudes, man, but that's because I love the sport. A billboard here, billboard there. You know what I'm saying? You got to make your sport synonymous with the youth. And that's the ticket. But Pacquiao coming back versus Crawford or Spence, at the end of the day, what does it mean either way? Ugas beat him. He said he wanted to really test them and see if they're really champions. I know what he mean. And that's why we want to see them fight. And I told people they not A fighters. People got the Errol sexuals got mad because I said he wasn't an A fighter. They're not. Ain't too many A fighters walking around boxing. It's like Fury and like everybody fucking else. That's it. It's like Fury and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no A++ niggas walking around, nothing like that. It's Fury and probably everybody else. All these young guys, they building up to that, but you gotta fight each other to know if you're an A fighter. A mean like, nigga, you exceptional. Not good. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a lot of stuff, you know. Keep taking on the chin. All the questions have to be answered. You're gonna get off the canvas, you're gonna fight through adversity. How you call somebody exceptional or great and they ain't did that yet? And that's why people want to see Spence and Crawford fight. That was going to produce an exceptional fighter. Now, if they closely match and, you know, one person won by split decision, then they both are exceptional fighters. One's just, just a grade above. One is an A- and one is an A. Or one is an A and the other one is an A+. Or you might have a situation where one is an A+ and one is an A++. Come on, Errol Spence ain't no A fighter, and Terence Crawford at welterweight ain't proved to be no elite fighter just yet. Yeah, he beat Sean Porter, but this is the fight to see if he's truly elite. This is the fight. You know? And for both guys. Everybody just say, oh, he great. Oh, Luka Doncic, he great. Or, no, look at what Josh Jacobs doing. He great. Man, he great for like, a season or a few games. You know what I'm saying? You got to string, performances, years together. You got to perform, big time performances. But I get what Pacquiao saying. He really want to see if they're as good as advertised. And saying, with Terence Crawford, that's validation right there. And obviously you can seek his validation in Jamil Charlo, but at the end of the day, it's all with the PBC. And if PBC don't want to work with him, PBC don't want to work with him. Ain't nothing that he can do about it. And ain't nothing that he can do about it. Hate to break that to people. It's nothing that he can do about it. There's nothing that he can do about it. So, but Pacquiao going in there, he need to go sit down. I know he lost the presidential race. They said he lost it by a landslide and all that type of stuff. But he need to go sit down. He need to go sit down. He really do need to go sit down. And that's the God honest truth. He really need to go sit down. One of them gonna hurt him. And at the end of the day, PBC gonna love to jump on that. If it's worth something, if it gets some traction, if they can get Pacquiao in the spotlight, whatever, I don't know how they will spin it to their fans, but people still probably will watch. Maybe Keith Thurman get motivated. The winner get Spence and Thurman get Manny Pacquiao. Who knows? But Pacquiao just probably bored, needs some shit to do. His son is an amateur fighter. Obviously he's still talking about Floyd. That's his preference and all that. For Terence Crawford, he looking for any and every type of opponent. He looking for something, especially outside the PBC realm. Everybody keep talking about Errol Spence. If they wanted the Errol Spence fight to happen, it would have happened. They didn't want it to happen. They don't want it to happen. They got their mind on Canelo. And that's the honest truth. They got their mind on Canelo. They got their mind on Canelo. And too much you could do about that. You could take the bare minimum deal and they still gonna want you to go lower, like Chicken Limbo. They still gonna want you to go lower, but Pacquiao getting back in the mix, don't do shit but confuse shit. Him and Floyd don't want to let that spotlight go, and it's hard for a lot of athletes, to transition, to life after the sport. It's hard, man. It's hard. Everybody everybody can't go into the booth. Everybody can't call a fight. Everybody can't do, train or coach or manage or whatever it is. Everybody can't do that. So it's hard for a lot of these dudes to find a niche outside the sport. It's hard to integrate back into the household. integrating to being a traditional parent in the household. You're getting in the mama way, you know what I'm saying? Getting in the kids' way. A lot of people struggle with that, bro. A lot of people struggle with integrating back into, you know, regular civilian life. I hate to use that term, but it's hard for these guys to transition in that. And then, you know, that's why, you know, sports therapists is there. That's why therapists are there, and people that's been there, done that before, can help you translate that. It's hard to fill that void, especially something like boxing. You know, you can pick up a basketball at 16 and make it to the league. You got people who pick basketballs up at 19, 18, 20 years old. You know, Michael Olowokandi, and found his way as the number one pick in the NBA. That surely did happen. You know, but it's different. Boxing, if you got to do it from the beginning. It's a lot of stories like Sergio Martinez picking up the gloves late and all that. You got some guys like that can do it, but for the most part, a lot of these dudes are lifetime boxers. Excuse me. A lot of these dudes are lifetime boxers. So I've been doing something since I was a child, and suddenly I stop and I ain't got shit else to do. What you gonna do? It's only so much your kids and your grandkids and so much yard work you can do around the house. You know what I'm saying? It's only so much that it's hard to fill that void, man. Unless you just really, what was it, Andre Agassi? Which one is the one that didn't really, daddy made him do it, tennis player? Unless you really didn't like doing it, it's hard to walk away. You know, they talking about the average life expectancy right now is 77 years old. That's what they say. Average life expectancy is 77 years old. You know, and most retirement is what, 67? So think about that for a minute. Like some people, you know, some of them people within a year or two of retire, they bored as hell. They bored. So, like I always tell people, man, live now, do everything you want to do now. Shit, if you gotta take a loan, whatever, tomorrow ain't promised. For real. You know, go after your plans. Procrastination is my number one, you know, killer. A lot of my plans is procrastinating. If I just start to do it, then the shit get done. That's why I'm just so proactive as far as doing stuff. You know, the first thing, you know, I'm doing during the day is, you know, I'm preparing, you know, what I'm gonna talk about for the day. I put the channel first. You know, real talk. I treat it like a full-time job. I put the channel first. Real talk. And then when I'm done with this day, then I'm like, what I'm gonna do next day? About the next day. About the next day. Oh, then we're gonna do this. We fit this in. We change this. But like I said before, a lot of times you do something a long time, it becomes an addiction. But hey, that's all I got, man. Let me know what you girls and guys think about Pacquiao throwing his name into the Errol, Spence, and Terence, Crawford, Floyd Mayweather. Circle, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Excuse me, hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We go live and drop a video. Shout out to Box News and Welterweight playlist. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole 9. Other than that, man, my link tree is the first link in the description. Don't forget to check out my main channel right here on YouTube, Motor City Sports Talk, for more sports, music, news, and entertainment. Motor City Sports Talk right here on YouTube. Peace.